All right, guys, welcome back. So I get a lot of questions from players asking me, how do I teach the beginner in my family some basics? Now, when you're just starting out, you don't need a formal coach necessarily from the beginning. You can go out there with a few basics and see if you enjoy the game and then start working your way into it. So if you're teaching your child or your spouse, that one might be a little tough. We'll see how long the relationship lasts after you start doing this. I'm going to give you some of the best hints that I have to start that process for them. Now, when we're teaching a beginner, I think grip is fundamental. I always believe in setting up with a stronger grip for the beginner player. Most golfers are going to be in a position that slice. So if we can start nipping that in the bud early on, a strong grip is usually an easy way to do it. So I'm gonna have Max set up facing you guys here. Now, basically, the key we can tell if the grip is fairly strong is if we get the trigger finger and the thumb together with both hands and we see the V that is formed pointing over at the right shoulder for a right-handed golfer, that is a fairly strong grip. Now, you're gonna feel the club across the fingers more in your left hand when you're doing that. It's not gonna be complete, it's gonna line up, go into the pad a little bit, but it's gonna be a little bit across the fingers leading down near that trigger finger there. Once you can get that position early on and keep that club out of your palm, it's going to be easier to start playing the game without worrying about a slice. Now, you see a lot of coaches talk about a neutral grip. If we do that, we're gonna have to start training wrist angles, which when a player sits there and they're just starting out, most players are gonna go more towards extension in their golf swing. Just let them have fun working in that manner. Don't sit there and grind on trying to flatten out that lead wrist. After we get a grip on, we need to work the basics of setup. Now, we don't have to get in here and necessarily throw sticks down, which I would do with a better player, but you can. The goal here is to set up railroad tracks. So we have the golf ball. We want to get the face pointed at the target. Now, with our feet, we want to train them on thinking that they're railroad tracks. They are going to be pointed in creating a railroad track scenario. Now, when we're doing that, we also want to pay attention to the hips and the shoulders. We want that all to line up for a beginner. Now, I've talked in several other videos about how perfect alignment is not that critical. I have a lot of players that hit draws that are aimed to the right, a lot of players that hit fades that go to the left for the right-handed player. That's all fine and dandy later on. But I suggest starting them out in that railroad track position just so that you can get the fundamental feel for where they are in their golf swing. Hey guys, if you're interested in seeing what I can do with your golf swing, this is your opportunity. Check down below, see all the dates of my golf schools. Send me an email, let's get you signed up. Once you get the grip on there properly, once you get them in a great setup, now it's time to get the club moving. Now, I'm a big proponent in creating depth in a golf swing. I talk about it a lot. It doesn't matter early on if the player has the perfect tilts all the way through, if they get their legs working properly. The first goal is going to be to teach them to turn their body in the backswing, okay? You can see the hips are moving, you can see the shoulders are moving. Now, the first goal should be just to form an L here on the backside when they finish their backswing. You can get them to go up and freeze and learn that position and then swing through. But creating that L while getting the body to turn is absolutely critical if you want them to have a chance at hitting long and far early on. But that's a great fundamental thing. Now, when we swing at the golf ball, I do not want a lot of thoughts going through a beginner's head. So we just create the L to Y golf swing here. I used to teach this when I worked with beginners all the time. You go up, you form that L, and then you're gonna swing through and create a Y on the other side, and we are going to get our pressure sitting in our lead leg. We wanna make sure that that beginner player learns that the weight must transfer from the back foot to the front foot when they're swinging. If you can put those easy little fundamentals together, get a player where they can hold a club decently well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just an idea, probably putting on a strong grip. You can teach them that railroad track alignment, and you can get them to go back, form an L and a Y, and move their pressure from the front foot to the back foot. They are going to have a chance to hit some solid golf shots there in the beginning. And once they start doing that, they're gonna get hooked into this game. You're gonna have a golfing partner for life. Just be really careful when you're teaching the spouse. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next week.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.